Good morning. It's day 2, Sunday, September 25th. Just got up a little while ago. Basically had to use the bathroom. That's why we both got up. Waiting for the sun to hit us. Check the temperature in the tent. It's 24 degrees, but we're warm and toasty inside the sleeping bags with the layers and just getting some coffee going. How'd you sleep?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I slept good too. There were no big animals crashing through the campsite last night, so that was good. And we'll get moving and get packed up once it warms up a little bit.
So it's about 10 o'clock and we've been going for about an hour, and I was getting so hot I still had my extra layer on. So I stopped, took that off, and here comes Brian. It looks like he already stopped to delayer because he doesn't have his extra layer on or his hat. So that's probably why he's a little bit further behind me than usual. But it's been a pretty cruisy hike so far up through this big valley meadow. So we're going up there. But yeah, good morning so far. I don't know if that's a grasshopper, but it's big.
Day 1 update. We've been climbing forever and ever. I guess it's 132, something like that. What's our elevation right now? You just said it.
12,414.
And we're soon going to cross the Continental Divide on the trail. On the Continental Divide trail, we're going to cross the Continental Divide, so that's cool. We're like almost to the high point. The weather's been great. That's been a big plus. There's lots of clouds up there, but most of them aren't very dark, and it's not very windy. We initially went to West Uda Lake, and honestly, I was probably ready to camp there.
Me too.
But there was a group of elk hunters there with their horses, and not that we could have camped there anyway. They were cool, and we actually talked for a while, but that kind of motivated us to keep going on, I guess. So that's what we did. Whether we were just looking for more relaxing days backpacking. But I mean, if we're going to do some sort of loop, we have to do this at some point. So we can have a relaxing day tomorrow if we want. I was going to do some off-trail stuff. I don't think I've talked about it, but I got like an injury coming down Williamson on the last backpack. It was just the only slip I had, and I kind of fell. My left armpit fell right on top of my trekking pole, and it was hard and fast, and it like bruised the whole inner area of my shoulder and like the top of my rib cage there. So it was getting better, but putting the heavy pack on yesterday, it's kind of irritating it again. So I don't have like I have full range of motion, but there's some discomfort, so I don't want to be scrambling up peaks, not when I'm not 100% and, you know, have a shot of pain and lose a hold. So it's going to be more of a chill backpack, which is fine by me. Um, and we kind of have to start thinking about where we're going to camp tonight. I think we only have about a mile till the Valencia Creek Trail, and I've gone down that, and there are not too far once we get on that trail, there are sites. And then there's plenty of sites that follow the creek all the way down. I just don't know. I remember last year it was pretty shady in the morning there. I don't think the sun hits there for a while. Where if we were to camp up here, you know, on the higher up, could be exposed more to wind, but would definitely get the sun at some point. So I think, and then there's 2 lakes coming up, and there's like running water coming up. We actually even passed running water where we could have made a campsite work, but it's good to get at least to the high point. It's all downhill, and then we can decide. Because I'm starting to, yeah, I know you're starting to.
I needed a snack, so we had a snack, which is good, but.
But we're both, I think we're both ready to, like, if we see a nice campsite, we're probably both ready to take it and just hope it's not super windy, because you are kind of exposed up here, but it hasn't been super windy, so. And it's not like the tent can't handle it. It's just super, if we can avoid super windy, let's avoid it. So that's where we're at. The views, our little break spot are amazing. Can't beat them. So hopefully we only got a little bit more climbing, and then we're going to keep our eyes peeled for a decent camp spot. So sadly, probably not going to be able to go for it this time, but getting our first views of Storm King Peak right there. There's a bunch of other peaks, the Needle, the Guardian, Mount Silex, but the one I was looking for was right there, Storm King Peak. It's a good one. So we're switchbacking down to Valencia Creek. We're going to hit the trail junction soon, and we're going to be camping somewhere off of this creek. Hopefully within the next half hour, 45 minutes, we'll have a sweet spot picked out. Fingers crossed. Day 2, so it's like after 3 o'clock. We had just run into some locals, some older gentlemen doing a little loop hike from Hunchback Pass, and we were chatting them up for a while. But as we were saying our goodbyes, Sarah just happened to look over to the left off the trail and said, "Oh, that looks like a campsite." And we were pretty much ready. I mean, I know there's more campsites like a half mile down the trail, but this is perfect. We're close to running water. We're out in the open, because I know the campsites further down are pretty shady, so no chance for sun. We do have some like darker storm clouds. We might get some rain, who knows. But the other cool thing is we've got a view through the trees there of Storm King Peak, which is what I was going to go for. Now it's kind of like 50-50, just with this minor upper rib cage injury. So see how I feel in the morning. But The good thing is we build in plenty of leeway, so we can kind of really, we can even like go pitch a camp down where I would go in tomorrow and still have plenty of time to do a loop. So we're just taking it easy. I think we both went further today than we wanted to, but basically because there was a lot of climbing too. And it seems like the second day, like Sarah was saying earlier, is always the one that gets you, if it's going to get you. But now we're here, we can relax, get camp set up. And this is a really sweet spot. Good job to Sarah, because I would have walked right by it and that would have been a bummer. So I like not having to go 500 feet for water through game trails. This will be a pretty easy water collection, I think.
Good job, Brian, last night getting the water.
Oh, we didn't want that marshy lake water, so I'll always look for a feeder stream somewhere. It's worth it. So that's where we are. We're going to enjoy the blue skies that we have and get situated for another, probably a little chilly night at base camp. We'll see. I'll have to start keeping track of the temperature. I think I said it was 24. See if we go higher or lower tonight. Have a little game. I say higher.
Well, we're in the valley, so it might settle.
Yeah, so we might get higher temperature. But Sarah's not committing. So we'll see. Day 2, it's about 4:30. We had like the sun out on us for a good 45 minutes to an hour, where we both just kind of sat outside the tent and did nothing. I almost fell asleep at one point. It just felt,
I was looking at the map.
It felt really good. I was pretty drained of energy and just was nice to just sit in the sun. And then the clouds came in. So I finished up the camp chores, got the water. We got all of our water filtered. And you can tell what a difference it makes because now Sarah's in the sleeping bag because there's no sun. That's how it gets out here. So we're ready to hop in the tent if we get any rain. Probably gonna hop in the tent soon anyway. Feeling pretty, at least right now, feeling pretty tired. So hopefully we both get a good night's sleep and no rush to get going in the morning. Get up when the sun comes and go from there. Day 2, it's around 5 o'clock. We've been hanging out in the tent for about a half hour, but we've got some really dark clouds coming our way. And the wind has picked up. So it feels like it's gonna be a storming soon. It definitely feels that way. We'll see if we hear any rain on the tent.
The wind stopped. Vestibule closed.
Good, good. I might close mine too soon. I just wanna wait until it actually starts. Not even 5 minutes after that last video. You always can tell when it's gonna rain. So it's not coming down too badly yet, but we'll see.
Time to get cozy.
Yep, we're nice and warm and snuggly and dry in the tent. So that's a big plus. And we got nowhere to go, nowhere to be. We can hunker down here for 6 nights if we have to. Just as long as there's no big snowstorm, we're good. Rain update, it's picked up.
And it's hailing.
A little bit of hail, why not? It can do whatever it wants. We're here all week. So give us your best. If we can just get a few hours of sun every day, that's all we need. And if we can set up a dry tent, this is part of the fun of being out here. There's nothing better than going to sleep with rain going on the tent for me. It's not great packing up the tent in the morning, but this part is great.